The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Chapter 14, verses 12 to 14. Jesus said to his host, one of the leading Pharisees, "When you give a lunch or a dinner, do not ask your friends, brothers, relations, or rich neighbors, for fear they repay your courtesy by inviting you in return. No, when you have a party, invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, and the blind. That they cannot pay you back means that you are fortunate, because repayment will be made to you when the virtuous rise again." The Gospel of the Lord. It is very clear Jesus is teaching us today in this Gospel. Normally in the party, in the feast, or some special occasion is taking place, who are invited? We invite our friends, relatives, and the well-known people. But Jesus is telling, don't invite your friends, don't invite your relatives, don't invite the distinguished people, because they will expect from you that you may have to give them again a party. And Jesus is asking the Pharisee, the leading Pharisee, to invite the poor, the crippled, the blind, the lame, the needy. What is the reason? The reason is here, the poor are most of the time always poor. The blind, the crippled, the lame, they are always in a desperate condition. The poor, they don't have money, they don't have wealth, even they don't have basic food. So this is what Jesus is meaning to each one of us. So we are inviting people, those who have got enough money, enough wealth, enough food, enough drinks. So what is the use of giving your wealth or your food to the people, those who have got enough and more? But there are so many people that don't have even once in a day a meal. So this is the problem comes. So Jesus is so much radical in this way. So in practice, what we do? In practice, normally we invite our relatives, but Jesus doesn't appreciate that one. So this is the hard teaching of Jesus. And God is always with the poor. That is what our God is known as, the God of the poor. In Hebrew, Anavim means the God of the poor. So in the Old Testament also we have seen God said to Moses, "I have seen their miseries, I have heard their cries. You have to go to Egypt and liberate them. I will be with you always." So God always sees the cries of the people. He always sees the miseries of the people. He hears the cries of the people. He sees the miseries of the people. So that is what we must always have consciousness of, helping the poor and needy. In the Holy Eucharist, Jesus is inviting everyone, not only the rich, the righteous, but the sinners, the poor, the crippled ones. So most of the time we are also poor spiritually. Although we have money, we are poor spiritually. Although we have good health, but we are crippled. We are blind to see the justice, the righteousness. We are crippled to go to the right place. We are lame to do the right things sometime. So Jesus is inviting us, God is inviting us and hosting a banquet, the Holy Eucharist, where we receive the bread, the body and blood of Jesus in the form of ordinary bread and wine. And once we receive the body and blood of Christ, we are well fed. We receive the spiritual nourishment. Let us thank God for the gift of Jesus in our life, where we experience the true love, mercy, compassion, and forgiveness of God in our life. And Jesus is teaching us how to love and serve God and how to love and serve the people, very especially those who are poor and needy.